this is Paul. Yeah. Just looking over here at the ruble, the monetary unit with a silver coin of Russia equal to 100 kopecks, and currently equivalent to about 25 U.S. cents. Yes. It's a ruble. Yeah. Now, if I looked at the currency exchange rates of other nations, yeah, and their interest rate environment, Deutschmark, the franc, the ruble, the yuan, yeah, the yen. I know you call it the euro. It's kind of like a play on words. Yeah. But I just wanted to know what would happen to the strength of foreign currencies if they had a balance sheet of Fed-backed bonds. Yes. That had been used to refinance the debt of American corporations. Yeah. Now, it sounds like it could strengthen the currencies of foreign nations. And I know our policy on the strong dollar policy. Yeah. But if I did a quick comparison of conversion, yeah, the converting of currencies, yeah, and let's say you're one of these Russians. Yes. You remember when you raised interest rate to 15%? Yeah. I wanted to buy $80 billion of 10-year Russian bonds issued in rubles at 15+%. Now, somebody should have put that order in. Isn't that right? Lloyd Blankfein? Yeah. Now, Goldman Sachs. If all that liquidity showed up, what would that do to your leverage, considering the interest rates? Yep. And how would that affect if you had, maybe 20, $30 billion of refunded bonds at triple B minus? What would that do to the amount of margin that you're using? Or considering the credit crisis we experienced where it was 30 to 60 times the amount of leverage being used? Bear Stearns. Oh, you remember that? And there was this guy, wasn't his name Thiel? Yeah. Or Thale, or what was his name? Well, it's kind of like one of these cakewalks where you just kind of go around and round and round. As long as the music's playing, the last person to sit down, they're the ones that file bankruptcy. During the credit crisis, do you remember the cakewalk during the credit crisis? Now, as I remember it, it was Hank Paulson that said, if you don't give us $1 trillion today, the economy's going to fail. And I looked at it and I said, well, now, as it was, yeah, that $1 trillion, who was it that got the money? Oh, it was banks. Yeah. And there was JP Morgan Chase. Yeah, they bought Washington Mutual. Ouch. And then there was Morgan Stanley. Ouch. And Bear Stearns. Yeah. Now, if the money that had been spent at that time had been used to refinance the pre-existing debt of corporations at triple B minus, at approximately 5.5 to 8.5%, yes, where the Fed said, we do not need to talk about it anymore, okay? We don't